I'm here to visit a power plant which is very different from the plants that we saw in episode 2. Let's see how they make their electricity.
तो कहाँ से लेते हो पंडित भाई ये सब भूसा?
ये हम गांव से खरीद के लाते हैं, अपने यूज करते हैं।
So this is where it all starts. Rice husk is acquired from the villages at a nominal cost, which earlier would just go to waste. The rice husk is continuously fed into this reactor, which results in the formation of a producer gas, which is combustible. The producer gas then runs through various stages of filtration to finally reach the genset that generates Sasti, Sundar or Tikau Bijli. Whatever is left after burning the rice husk, that's used by local women here to make incense sticks. So, the only waste that is generated through this process, even that does not go to waste.
पूरे बिहार में 40,000 से ज़्यादा घरों में अभी हम लोग बिजली का सप्लाई कर रहे हैं। और आदमी के हिसाब से किया जाए तो मान लीजिए कि एक घर में 4 आदमी, तो 1,60,000 से ज़्यादा आदमी इससे लाभ ले रहे हैं।
I'm here to meet a farmer who I've heard is successfully harnessing the energy of the sun for farming practices.
ये 12 अप्रैल 2012 को ही लगा, तब से इसको यूज कर रहे हैं। हम साग सब्जी उपजाए, बगीचा का पटवन इसी से, धान का बिचड़ा भी हम लोग जो उगाते हैं जिसको मोरी हम लोग बोलते हैं, हाँ। उसको भी हम लगभग 8 कट्ठा मोरी इसी से उपजाए हैं। ये सूरज की रोशनी से चलता है, हाँ। इसमें कुछ नहीं, हम लोगों को एक नया पैसा नहीं लगता है। चालू हो गया उधर तो अप्रैल मई जून बहुत गर्मी होता है, तो इतना अधिक पानी निकालता है कि खेत हम इसी से पूरा पटवन किए। हम लोग किसान यही सोचते हैं कि जितने भी कृषि यंत्र हैं सौर ऊर्जा से चले, खेत जोतने वाला हो या दमाही करने वाला हो, सूरज से ही चले। किसान कहाँ चला जाएगा कहना मुश्किल, बहुत आगे चल जाएगा।
Now that Avdesh ji has access to an alternate source of power to draw water through the year, the entire village is benefiting from his farming practices by sharing the produce.
Fed up with the hefty monthly electricity bills, Father Paul of St. Mary's Church, Patna, decided to take matters in his own hands and came up with an alternative.
We shifted workshop into fully solar. That is because we had problem with the electricity board. When I put together everything, I was paying per unit 20 rupees. Then it was a huge amount. Then I decided to go for solar. It came to me around 4.5 lakhs or something, and within 2 years I will get my money back. So now I feel the freedom of using the energy. I can use as much as I want, and no one can come and ask me, why do you have this motor, that motor?
When the grid failed, were you affected in any way?
I did not know at all. The next day when I opened the newspaper, I came to know. I was so happy because I did not know. I was using my laptop, I was using my computer printer and everything, and I slept all night also in the fan. The amount of money invested in the traditional energy sources, if you transfer that same amount to this one or any other alternative energies, certainly it will be cheaper and it will be more environment friendly. That will be the traditional energy.
From whatever I have seen so far, one thing's for sure, that alternatives do exist and they are completely feasible. The only thing lacking is political will.
This was inaugurated on 19th of April this year. Before 1 year this was barren land, now it is utilized for producing green energy. There are around 17 plants here already commissioned and remaining few more will be commissioned soon. 214 megawatt are successfully running here, remaining 300 are in queue. Electricity by coal is rupees 5 per unit and the price per unit of solar is around rupees 15 per unit.
So you get paid 15 rupees per unit to sell it to the government?
Yes.
Why can't you and I do that?
due to overwhelming response, the price is continuously decreasing. In 2012, the price will be lesser than 15 rupees. It is around 10 rupees. It will become around 6 to 8 rupees. After few years, solar will be cheaper than thermal electricity.
So it's going to take a little time, but we're going to get there. India's coal reserves are depleting very fast. And we've seen it's not one of the cleanest ways to make electricity. We've also seen that alternatives exist. Right now, there are 300 million people in this country who do not have access to electricity. The sun is not going to stop shining, so what do we do now?